that goes into knowing we're going to go after Osama bin Laden. When did you know, and what kind of preparation went into that moment?
We knew about 3 weeks before we left. The time they told us that we were going somewhere to the time they told us who it was like 2 days, maybe a day and a half, but we figured it out before that.
Yeah, how much earlier did you figure it out?
Well, we were asking questions. The way it started was, the reason you're here is because we found a thing. This thing is in a house in a bowl between these mountains. This bowl's in a country, you're going to go in and get it and bring it back. And we're like, well, where is it? Can't tell you. Okay, how are we getting it? I can't tell you. And eventually they would answer, well, it's like a helicopter. But what do you mean like a helicopter? So we're thinking different platforms got to be here. Maybe it's Libya. And just based on everything, you're thinking, okay, it's high value, obviously, because this person's here. Then you just, okay, this has been a lot. It's in the book. It's a better story, and it's actually the way a veteran would talk. And the story is actually funny. I just can't say it today, but it's a good story.
It is a good story.
It involves colorful language.
Yes, it does involve, which is good. In the book, you can do it. We can bleep it a little on air, but you know.
I'd rather not.
So when you find out, okay, it's bin Laden, what goes through your mind? Here you've had all these other amazing missions, but that moment, what, just as an American and as a
Are we going right now? It's like you found him, we're ready now. Well, no, you need to train. No, we don't. Show me where he is. I barely need a gun. Just give me a. Was
that rush there?
No. We've done it so many times. They picked a group of professionals, and they explained to us you might not go, but you're one of the 5 options that we have. So we're going to take you to a site where you're going to train on it, not for yourselves. And they said we respect the fact that you know your tactics, you've developed them. But we need to show the people who might make the decision that you can do it. This is kind of how the chain of command works, especially when you're dealing with politicians. So we did. So we trained for a while, and it was interesting. We came up with different. We had the model. We're going to do this. We came up with the perfect plan, and I think, as most people here know, the only time the perfect plan exists is when you're planning. As soon as you leave to execute the mission, everything changes. So we planned on it. We rehearsed it with helicopters, without, and we talked about it. And there was even a night when we come up with every contingency. And the boss said, all right, what's the worst thing that could happen? And the youngest guy in the room said, well, maybe the helicopter will crash in the front yard.
Which happened,
yes,
right?
That's exactly what happened. So we talked about that for 30 seconds, and that happened.
Wow.
But no, we were ready for it, and we went overseas. You know, we did the final preparation with the families, and they didn't know where we were going, but I had the last meal with the kids, and they didn't know it was the last meal, and we accepted the fact that we weren't going to come home.
You believed that you would probably not make it back?
Yeah, 90% chance.
What did you think would happen to you?
You get shot down on the way in. We're invading a sovereign nation with whom we're not at war.
And not telling Pakistan.
No. And
you know what was amazing to me always when that happened, and I was one of the few journalists who knew about bin Laden. I actually requested an interview with him in 2000.
So did I.
Yeah.
I got
You got to talk to Laden. That's the difference. But I remember when it happened, and first of all, you're going into Pakistan. I can't even imagine. They don't know you're going in.
No.
And then there's the military academy. Their equivalent of the West Point is right down the street.
Yeah, less than a mile away.
Were you shocked how it was literally right there?
No. They knew he was there.
It's a big house.
Maybe not
house.
the military, but the intelligence services inside of Pakistan have every reason to know he's there and every reason to protect him, based on their interests. I'm not saying the entire Pakistani military knew he was there, or even some of the government, but the intel, 100%, I would bet on that. I know it for a fact, actually.
And when you look at